Welcome to a world untouched by time, a sprawling ancient jungle where giants still roam. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers, but beneath the beauty lies a constant, simmering tension. This is the kingdom of the mighty. Here we meet its undisputed king, a colossal black gorilla, a living mountain of muscle and might. Every footstep he takes sends tremors through the jungle floor. His eyes, wise and wary, scan his domain. He is the guardian, the protector, the absolute ruler of this green empire. The birds fall silent as he passes, and smaller creatures scatter, for they know the king is on patrol. But in this world of titans, even a king has rivals. From the darkest shadows, a new challenger emerges. Its scales, as white as bone, glisten in the dappled sunlight. It's a king cobra, a serpent of monstrous size, moving with a silent, deadly grace. Its head rises, forked tongue tasting the air, its unblinking eyes fixed on the gorilla. Two apex predators, two sovereigns of their own realms, now stand face to face. The jungle holds its breath, waiting for the inevitable clash. Who will prevail in this battle for supremacy? Without a sound, without a warning, the white cobra explodes into motion. It lunges forward, a streak of white lightning against the green, its hiss a blade cutting through the silence. The gorilla lets out a deafening roar, a challenge that shakes the very leaves from the trees. He swings his massive fists, each blow powerful enough to shatter rock, but the cobra is a phantom. It weaves and dodges its body, a fluid ribbon of muscle, evading the gorilla's brute force with hypnotic speed. The serpent strikes again, its fangs flashing. It catches the gorilla's arm, a shallow graze, but enough to enrage the beast. The gorilla bellows in fury, not pain, and retaliates with even greater ferocity. He tears trees from their roots, hurling them at the snake, but the cobra is always one step ahead. It slithers through the undergrowth, using the terrain to its advantage, a ghost in the jungle. The ground trembles as their epic duel intensifies. This isn't just a fight. It's a dance of power and instinct, a raw display of nature's most formidable creations, locked in a battle for dominance. Neither will back down, neither will surrender. The fight rages on, a relentless storm of fury and power. The gorilla, a titan of strength, and the cobra, a master of speed and venom, are locked in a brutal stalemate. Both are breathing heavily, scarred and bruised from the encounter. They circle each other, muscles coiled, waiting for the other to show a sign of weakness. But then a new sound shatters the jungle's tense quiet. It starts as a low rumble, a vibration felt deep in the earth. It grows louder, more menacing, a sound that doesn't belong. The ground begins to shake violently. Both the gorilla and the cobra freeze, their battle forgotten. They turn their heads in unison towards the source of the disturbance. Crashing through the dense wall of trees, a nightmare from a forgotten age emerges. A colossal dinosaur, a theropod larger and more terrifying than either of them, stomps into the clearing. Its roar is a cataclysmic event, a sound of pure predatory hunger that echoes through the valley. Suddenly, the king of the apes and the king of snakes are no longer the biggest threats in the jungle. The dinosaur's shadow falls over them, a monstrous silhouette of teeth and claws. It sees the gorilla and the cobra not as rivals, but as its next meal. The two adversaries, just moments ago locked in a fight to the death, now share a common enemy, an enemy that neither can defeat alone. A silent, primal understanding passes between them. It's a look of shared peril, a reluctant truce born from the instinct to survive. In a split-second decision, the rivalry is put on hold. The alliance is formed. The gorilla lets out a thunderous war cry and charges, becoming the battering ram. He slams his body into the dinosaur's legs, trying to unbalance the behemoth. At the same time, the cobra moves like a flash flood, striking at the dinosaur's ankles and underbelly, its venomous fangs seeking purchase in the thick, scaly hide. The dinosaur roars in fury and pain, swiping with claws the size of daggers and stomping its massive feet, trying to crush the life from its attackers. The battle is a whirlwind of chaos. The gorilla uses his powerful fists to punch and distract, while the cobra coils and strikes a venomous whip of white fury. They fight in a deadly, improvised rhythm. The gorilla draws the monster's attention, and the cobra exploits the opening. It's a desperate, brutal strategy against a seemingly invincible foe. The jungle becomes a battlefield, a maelstrom of dust, leaves, and primal screams. The dinosaur is a relentless force of destruction, but the unlikely pair is wearing it down. The gorilla, fueled by adrenaline, lands a powerful uppercut to the dinosaur's jaw, stunning the creature for a precious second. Seizing the opportunity, the cobra lunges. It wraps its massive body around one of the dinosaur's powerful legs, constricting with immense pressure while sinking its fangs deep into the flesh, pumping its potent venom into the beast's system. The dinosaur thrashes wildly, but the combined assault is too much. The gorilla, seeing his moment, leaps onto the dinosaur's back, climbing its spine like a rugged cliff face. He reaches its head and begins to rain down a furious barrage of hammer-like blows. The sound of impact echoes through the forest. The dinosaur stumbles, its movements becoming slow and clumsy as the venom and the relentless physical assault take their toll. With one final earth-shattering roar of defiance, the gorilla delivers a crushing punch to the dinosaur's skull. At the same exact moment, the cobra, having moved up the body, wraps its coils around the monster's throat, cutting off its breath. The mighty dinosaur shudders, its eyes roll back, and it collapses to the ground with a thunderous crash that shakes the entire jungle. Silence descends upon the clearing. The dust slowly settles, revealing the fallen titan. Standing over their vanquished foe are the gorilla and the cobra, battered, exhausted, but victorious. For a long moment, they stand side by side, catching their breath. The animosity between them is gone, replaced by a silent, hard-earned respect. They look at each other not as enemies, but as fellow survivors, as warriors who faced an impossible threat and won. There's no need for words. Their shared battle has created a bond that transcends their natural rivalry. Slowly, the moment passes. The gorilla gives a quiet grunt of acknowledgement and turns lumbering back towards the heart of his territory. The white cobra watches him go, then uncoils and silently slithers away, disappearing back into the shadows from whence it came. They part ways, returning to their own lives, their own kingdoms. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the jungle, a sense of peace returns. The natural order, so violently disrupted, has been restored. That the gorilla and the cobra, once bitter enemies, now rule their respective domains with a new understanding. The jungle remains a place of raw, untamed power, but tonight there is a balance forged in the crucible of an epic battle.